Don't worry, anybody watching this, I'm not finna use any profanity. Okay? I can reserve myself. But I can't understand for the life of me why certain things are to be in the sport of basketball. How could this be the hardest sport in the world for you to manage and maintain? Joe Silver, they just made you look like an idiot. You let LeBron James and ESPN make you look like an idiot. You gonna spend Draymond over some on the court little garbage like that? If anything, it was a double foul. Nothing happened. The way they called it on the court was the way it was supposed to be. Nothing. LeBron did not have to step over that man and do that. LeBron was frustrated and he was panicking because he knew the game was over. They were going down 3-1, and that's all the pressure on his back. So he was looking for a way out. And you just bailed him out, and what you did was condone that type of behavior. Now you're going to see all these little dudes trying to run around. Man, look at this. Get him suspended, man. You're going to see my boy recorded it on his phone. Look at it. And that fat, what's his name? Brian Brotsworth, or what that was, whatever he was eating. You know, that's all he do. Anything with LeBron James, well, LeBron, look, I'm your friend, right? The guy from Happy Gilmore. Shooter, I'm your friend, right, Shooter? Jackass. Yeah, but going back to this, you see, Michael Jordan started this. Michael Jordan started this kind of behavior. Back in 89, 88, and 87, before there was internet, Michael Jordan would go to the Chicago Sun-Times. He would go grab Lacey Banks and all these other writers and then give them this story so they could put it in the paper, and then it will run crazy with the story so that it'll put pressure on the league to have to respond because it's Michael Jordan. That was the Jordan rules. There was a certain amount of rules for Michael Jordan, and then there was certain rules for everybody else in the league. So LeBron wants to cash in on that card like, I'm still LeBron James. I'm still can get something done. Too bad I can't make a shot. Too bad I can't deal with Iggy. Now I'm going to try to get Iggy ejected. So that's all his game is now. Let me try to get you ejected because of this garbage rule where they can go back and look at tape and make a decision once a game is over. That, to me, that's just dumb altogether. But anyway, Michael Jordan used to do that about Detroit. They trying to kill me. I drove to the lady and they tackled me. So all that whining got him to do this. And then when they played Larry Bird's Indiana Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, what happened? Do anybody remember what happened? Let me tell you what happened. Jalen Rose happened. Nobody had him in the scouting report. Jalen Rose came off the bench and gave them what they needed to beat the Chicago Bulls. When Jalen Rose is in the game, Jalen Rose, Ron Harper, as good as he was, had so much problems with Jalen Rose. No matter who they put on him, Jalen can cross him and get to the next level, which makes him dangerous. Because if he can do that, then it opens up the rest of the court. It opens up Reggie. It opens up Rick Smits. It opens up everything. That was what Indiana never had. Mark Jackson, none of their guards, they couldn't take you off the dribble and get to the next level, which Jalen could, and he was left-handed. He could shoot from that range, and he can make things happen when he's running the point, coming off the bench. See, this is the type of things that Indiana needed to assist Reggie Miller, and they didn't even know they had it into that series. One incident happened at the near the end of the game, way down on the Bulls' end of the court. The Indiana Pacers team jump up and they walk, take a half of a foot, stepped on the court. And then they turned around and went back because they can't get, nobody off the bench can go down there. But he took a half a foot and stepped over the line. Half a foot. Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, and the rest of them put the pressure on the league to suspend Jalen Rose. That's how the Bulls end up winning that game. They didn't have Jalen Rose to play the game. So needless to say, it went 7 games. And they got pushed to the brink in the 7th game. But what would have happened in Game 5 had Jalen Rose been allowed to play? We never know. The Bulls won by a landslide. So, for everybody who didn't understand these things back in the days that happened, it was a process and an order. But it was for Michael Jordan, and everybody else was expendable. And as the league started going its own direction, and other athletes and other stars started coming into play, and the league was blossoming, they didn't need Michael Jordan no more. So when Michael came back, David Stern was upset. Why are you here? We don't need you to come back. We needed you to come back last time. We don't need you back no more. Just go. So it was like, we don't need Michael Jordan to come back. But Michael Jordan, I'm coming back for me. I want to play. I feel like playing. Now, you can't tell me what I need to do. And the league was like, okay, now your power's gone. They going to let the players knock you to the ground. You ain't getting no foul calls. You're not getting nothing. You just playing. Mike didn't care. Mike wanted to play ball. And that's what he did. So I honor that he gave all that up towards the end. We'll see that happen to LeBron James down the road. Because, officials are tired of him. So what he does, he goes over their head and he goes to Joel Silver and start crying to them. We gave the tape to the league. That ain't what you just did. By him, I don't think he's going to be suspended. You know what that line means. I'm daring you to suspend him. I don't think he's going to be suspended. So if he didn't get suspended, see, told you. Don't blame me. But I told you what was going to happen. They wasn't going to suspend him. It's corny. And it's ridiculous. You got Joel Silver sitting over there and can't do his job. This is like Russ Granite in his position. When Russ Grant was in there just ruining the NBA. And then want to blame the players on the court and blame one team for the whole league being the way it was. It was the dumbest thing you could ever do. But, okay, we'll accept it. But now I want Golden State Warriors to blow Cleveland out by 40 damn points. I want them to shoot 3. I don't care if it's over already in the 3rd. I want them to shoot 3-pointers all night long. Don't stop. Take that lead up. Call timeouts. If 3 seconds left before the celebration, I don't care. Call a timeout. Bring somebody on the court and y'all keep playing. I want you to milk it all the way. I want you to beat Cleveland into the ground now. I know I picked Cleveland to win the series because I said, well, the league got, and to make it interesting, they probably would want LeBron James to win. It would make more sense, but I don't want Cleveland to win nothing. And especially after this crying incident, beat them into the ground. You want to crown Steph Curry? This is how you do it. Now you got to do it, Steph. You want to be the MVP? This is your chance to say, hey, I want MVP of the finals. Go on and do it. They done stole it from Draymond. I've never seen a person that's going to be an MVP of a finals suspended when the other guy initiated it. It wouldn't have been a situation if this guy didn't violate him. He gonna stand over him. I was like, that's so lame. You could have easily walked around, stepped right over him, Like, instead, not the way you did it disrespectfully. You deserve what you got. You're a whining little punk. And this is exactly what you deserve. I used to say, well, LeBron, he's a good guy, He stayed home, he with his high school sweetheart, father of 3 kids. But now you acted just like the B word that he called you. And I already know that word sends you off. I've seen it before. It's nothing new. If you call LeBron the B word, he goes off. It happened many times before. Joe Kim Noah have done it numerous of times to get under his skin. And it just drives him insane. So in Chicago, everybody knows that's his weak code word. If you say that to him on the court, he gets rattled. But only if they losing. If they losing and the points is low, he gonna get upset. Somebody called him that, and remember when the fan called him that? He was, hey, he get all upset. My thing is, why do that word get you so upset? I'm a father 3. Don't disrespect me, man. Because deep down inside, you might feel like the B word somewhere. And they be like, how could they see that? I'm not a B word. I'm not. Mama, I'm not a B word. You're not, baby. You're not, baby. So, here we are. 2016 NBA. You had the most fans in basketball history ever call this sport a fix. I've been saying it's been fixed for how many years? A very long time. And if you look at the history of the NBA and you don't believe it's fixed, that's the biggest gullibility I've ever seen in the world. It's like the biggest WWE lie. People know it's fake and they still watch it and love it. So they was like, we ain't even got to lie about it no more. The people now are so just deluded, they think it's real. So now it's like, well, you can't tell me, how did that 3-pointer just go in, huh? How did they know the 3 was going to go in? I'm like, you dummy. That's like somebody in from WWE. He just picked him up and slammed him on that mat. You mean to tell me that was CG? He slammed him on the mat. The refs control the game. Why do you think a point spread is even invented? Where would they get those numbers? Think they just pulled them out of thin air? It was like, this team favored by 9, about a half. They ain't going to be favored by 9, and they be close, right next to 9, don't they? Why come that they're so accurate? You see, the problem is, not all of you are gamblers. Most of the basketball fans, most of you don't gamble on the game. You love the game. People love to make money, bet on the sports. So if you bet it on sports, you can see it a lot clearer. Because you see where the points they say it's going to be and how the game shifts when you got money on the line. And you like all the last 2 minutes of every half, you see these ridiculous foul calls, don't you? It's like, why would you just let it go to half? What are you doing, man? Maybe 3. It's like, are you kidding me? Then you see Iggy at the half get blatantly fouled for a 3-point shot. Blatantly. You can't, there's no way in the world you do not call that a foul. Right before the half, he gets fouled and shooting a 3. No call. Dre gets fouled. No call. They didn't need any more points. It would have threw the point spread off. If Iggy would have hit 3 free throws, all he needed to do was hit 2. He was getting 3 free throw shots. That would have changed the balance of the point spread at the end of the half. And then some people would have lost a lot of money. See, I mean, you got to know how this game is played. I mean, it's all about one person on each team. They make that one person the most important thing in the entire universe even though it takes the entire team to win a game. But that's what they sell you on. Like Larry Bird. They wanted Larry Bird to be where he is right now so they could use Larry Bird's name and legacy to everything. When he came for the Indiana Pacers, because he couldn't get the Boston position, Boston was like, we're sorry. At this time, we got a good system in play. We have no room to bring in Larry Bird. So he went to Indiana, who's like, what you want? Whatever you want, Larry. And they made Larry Bird the coach, the head coach of the team. Larry Bird he had a 2-year deal as head coach. What happened to the Indiana Pacers? They went to the Eastern Conference Finals and then the NBA Finals. And then Larry Bird was gone. He said, I don't want to be head coach anymore. And what did they do? They brought him in, 2 years later to be the general manager of the team. He came in the day of September 2000, was that 9/11? Or the day before it. Fired Isaiah Thomas, and he took over as general manager. So, hey, there it was. Indiana Pacers, Larry Bird. When they went to the finals against the Lakers, they made it about Magic Johnson and Larry Bird competing once again. It's like, it was the stupidest marketing idea I've ever seen in my life. Why couldn't they just market the game? Because that's not the NBA's job. They don't want the Indiana Pacers in the finals. Why would they want the Indiana Pacers in the finals? That's low market cities. Minnesota, Timberwolves. Do you think they're going to the NBA finals? No. No matter how talented they are. You think the Milwaukee Bucks are going back to the NBA Finals? People like the Bucks, man, when they had Kareem, they won back. And you think they would suck all these years? You think with talent like Glenn, when they had Big Dog, they had Ray Allen and all those, they was killing it over there? They couldn't make it a run to the NBA Finals? No, because when it's time for the big contracts, they had to, when they contracts was up, it's like, thanks for showing loyalty to us, but we low market cities here. Now we got to send you on. Go on ahead. Go on over there and get your money. Go to these big market city teams and get your money. That's why the expansion happened. Miami became a blossoming, Florida, the state, overall became a blossoming place of revenue. Disney World, everything's going to Florida. So they had to get 2 teams, Miami and Orlando. And then now they got, they talking about getting an NBA team in Jacksonville or somewhere near there or out there. They trying to expand some more and get more teams in Florida. Because people want to go out there to vacation and go check out a game. They don't care who winning and losing. It's all part of the trip. So they go out to these places, spend all this lavish amount of money, and there it is. They go into games. It becomes a big market city. We got to bring a championship here. Orlando now, this is good. It had its good run, but it's hard to compete with Disney World and Universal Studios. But still, we'll make them a little bit competitive. And then after a while, they just say, forget this experiment. Players now, the ownership or whatever, forget it. We're just, let them be something local. And we'll go over here until they get their act together. So we're over here with Miami now. Miami's the it spot. We need Miami cracking. We need to have celebrities and people that come out here and these summer homes to come to the games here. This is going to be the new LA until LA picks itself back up. So, Lakers are sucking. We can go to roll with the Clippers. LA still in the game. They be like, well, why New York? New York, the biggest market city. Why New York? Because it's the home of the NBA offices. And the fact is, they know the longer they wait on the Knicks to win it, the better it's going to be. I mean, they gave the Knicks their shot to win it when the Rangers won. They were going to have the Rangers, and then here come the Knicks, back to back. First time breaking all these 20-year curses. And they had just had the parade. Just had it in New York. So everybody's like, we finna get back-to-back parades. The city couldn't afford back-to-back parades. That was the truth. The city's like, look, we just did a celebration. We never dreamed we had to do another one. We still got to do the cleanup crew. That's going to be a heck of a budget. We're going to have to charge people for it. Well, guess what's happening? We're going to have to charge people for it. And John Starks, people talk about John Starks in Game 7, how he was like 2 for 18 or whatever in Game 7, and that's how they lost the NBA Finals. The Knicks was getting blown out in Game 6 in Houston by like, I'll say, 15 points. The rest of the team conceded. Like, all right, well, we got Game 7. They got this game. John Starks single-handedly brought the team back in the fourth quarter. He hit three-pointer after three-pointer after three, going in, driving, getting the foul. John Starks didn't quit on the game and brought the team back to tie the game with one possession. And then he turned the ball over trying to throw it into Patrick Ewing, but the rest of the team had shut down. John Starks brought him all the way back. Nobody remembers that. They only remember Game 7 and blaming him for it for the entire season. But the Knicks fans, he almost upset the apple cart of what the league wanted. League didn't want them to win. They set it up for them to win till the Rangers won. And it was like the Rangers just broke the curse. Once the Rangers pulled off that upset miracle victory, breaking like a 50-year curse since they won the Stanley Cup, there was no way the Knicks were going to win in New York. Could not have it. Everything switched. Switched like a titanium plate. So now the world be watching Game 5 to see if Steph Curry and the rest of the Golden State Warriors can put an end to this nonsense. It's obvious the league want to get another game out of it. And this is how you beat the system. You just got to shoot. Shoot them out of it. Of course they're going to call ridiculous foul. They're going to have Iggy in so much foul trouble, it's going to be ridiculous. This is why the Pistons won. This is why the Golden State Warriors were being compared to Detroit more than the Chicago Bulls. They were so deep in depth on the team that it didn't matter if you called 2-3 fouls on this guy. You can call that. You can give him 2-3 fouls. We got another guy on the bench that can come in and play the same position and do just as good. So it's like, what you gonna do? Foul everybody out? You can't have a game? Okay, go ahead. You want to call ridiculous fouls on Isaiah Thomas? Bring in the microwave. You see what I'm saying? We had a team. Could not be broken. That's what Golden State has the potential to be. You can prove right now you can't be broken. When they slap Iggy with fouls, Iggy's good. They good. They know what you're trying to do. They can switch, bring another player in, and fill the spots where they need to fill them at. They could bring in Barnes. They could have them both in at the same time. I want to see if LeBron could step up and prove. It's time for you to show and prove, punk. Because now I'm disgusted with you. You've crossed the line. And when you cross the line, that's it. To me, that's whatever happens on the court stays on the court. Whatever happened in the field stays on the field. It's in every sport. Hockey, soccer, whatever happened on the ice, we're going to keep it on the ice. You don't go to the media and go in there when that little fat Brockworth dude came wobbling over there. Hey, boy, look at my phone, man. Look what I got here for you. He should have said, man, that's cool. It's over, dude. Don't worry about it. We'll get him in game 5. That's what you do. You throw that little nugget thing away. You don't make that news. He went and showed it to the team and then it was like, man, send this into the league. Look what he did. Look what he did. That's an elbow. He should be suspended. That's what you did because your little fat friend has spilled the bean. What your little fat friend say because he wanted to be the one to report it? Yeah, we watched it over and over like 4 times in a row. We paused it. And then LeBron took it over there to the commission. Yeah, your little fat friend couldn't wait to run his mouth. Then you come out to the podium in the press and act like it was all good. Yeah, well, I just gotta do a better job. You're right. Then do a better job. Instead of trying to tank the league so you can get all the calls and get your Michael Jordan on, huh? If Cleveland came back to win this series because of this incident, it would be tainted. But they losers. They would take anything, They'll take candy from a baby to get a championship. That's how low down they are. Cleveland deserves every bit of losses they get. I've never seen a city so backwards in my life. I didn't like the mayor of Cleveland. I don't like the judicial system over there in Cleveland. I've never seen so many prejudiced, stuck-up people. I've seen them. I can't say the most, but it's terrible. It's terrible. Compared to Cincinnati, no way. Cleveland is just ridiculous. I'm like, I went there and it looks like a bomb went off in certain areas. They don't even care about the blacks over there, to me, in my opinion. That's why I'm like, I don't like Cleveland. It's like a toxic waste dump of nothing. Empty factories everywhere. I'm like, all these factory jobs is here. Gone. All these people without jobs. And then they looking at them like they're just, you bail out these many, but let these many do what they want or something. It's ridiculous. So the whole city should be ashamed because they are not trying to do anything for them. It's just like, leave those people alone. Those are toxic waste. We'll protect these. We like these people here. Those people, toxic waste. They weren't going to do anything anyway. Just let them wither and die. But hey, let's come here. Then you look at LeBron James and expect him to save your city because you can't do your job. Well, LeBron generates so much money here. How can he go to Miami? And then you orchestrate people to go on the streets and burn his jersey. And ESPN and everybody's all focused in on it. Then you got a racist owner that sit over there and basically comes out and say these outlandish words about LeBron James. I mean, the city showed what they were at that moment in time when they couldn't control the black man's decision. And you saw what happened. Now he comes back to this and it's, oh, hey. No. You still the low down, dirty dog city you was before. And that's why you don't win nothing. You don't deserve it. Change your ways and then maybe you can become champions. I want this city to lose. I just thought they're going to give it to them because they're a city of losers. And that's what you do to losers. They can't win it. They got to give them something. So this type of behavior is accepted from losers. But I come from a winning mentality where you got to go out there and actually do it. So I'm out. I've talked way long enough. I'm out.